TD, Billy Keller, Minister for Labour Affairs, to officially open the festival. A couple of years ago, a woman arrived into my clinic above in Dillon's Cross. She was applying for a medical card. Now, I know medical cards in Fianna Fáil are not exactly as synonymous at the present time, but she came to the office. So I assisted her filling up the medical card and we sent it off to Abbey Court House. She was about 65 years of age. She was a grandmother, she had several of her own children, and she was a grandmother as well. So anyway, I told her that she had to go to the doctor and get a letter from the doctor outlining her circumstances. She brought it back to the office and we then filled up the rest of the form. But in doing that, I noticed that she had difficulty with the form. And eventually I broached the issue anyway after some time about the fact that she had difficulty. She'd lost her glasses, she forgot her glasses. There was always some excuse. So some days later she came back with the final piece of documentation and she came into the office and I said, look, Mr. O'Connell, we have everything now. And I just subtly mentioned it because I didn't want to cause embarrassment to her. And I pointed out that there was adult literacy and numeracy courses available for people as well. And I just mentioned it in a side. I gave her a little leaflet that I had actually from an organisation that was involved in adult literacy. So years passed, I heard no more from Mrs. O'Connell, and one day I was appointed Minister of State, and I was going through my emails about a week later. And I just opening, congratulations. Some people were saying, people were saying, why did you get it? But anyway, it was mainly congratulations. Mainly congratulations at the time. I opened this email anyway, and it went as follows. Dear Billy, thank you very much for all your help and assistance over the years. And I'm not telling the story because there's a lot of praise in Billy Keller, but I just do think it symbolises what lifelong learning is about. She said, I attended your office many years ago. I hasten to add that I did get the medical card. And I'm also writing this email myself, signed Mrs. O'Connell. And I think that is what lifelong learning is all about. Here's a woman who, as I said, was a grandmother, had gone through life unable to read, raised a family, and at 70 years of age was able to send Billy Keller an email. And I think that's what symbolises lifelong learning. Life is for learning. That's what life is all about. And I think that this festival in itself really embodies that whole spirit and that ethos of getting everybody involved in progressing and challenging themselves. So collectively together, I just want to thank everybody for coming, particularly the volunteers, the organisers, the chairman, Willie McAuliffe, Ted Owens, the CEO of the Cork City VOC, and everybody else that has been involved in making this particular festival the success that it is. And I'm quite sure that this week when it's over, people will be able to look back and say, yes, lifelong learning is more than about just 1 week. It is a continual curve of challenge and of participation and finally of celebration. So I declare the 6th Festival open. Thank you very much.
Cork Foyer project is owned and managed by Cork City Council. We opened our doors to young people in March 2006. This is the first time that the Cork Foyer has been involved in the Lifelong Learning Festival. We saw this as a perfect vehicle to promote the Foyer services and what the Foyer is all about. So we thought we would open our doors, allow the general public to come in and sample a few workshops. Those workshops include a bicycle maintenance, where bicycles are recycled from the local tip and sold. We also have a workshop, a napkin folding workshop in the training room, which is to promote an art that is really faded out over the last 20 years. And then we've fully utilised the garden area, and we have an horticulturist on hand to give tips around horticulture.
looking at lifelong learning in the context of the current economic downturn and so on.
The reality on the ground is that all the emphasis is on initial education, tertiary education and vocational training.
All of my education post-leaving has been as a lifelong learner.
But it is really about people's lives and celebrating the area.
Books and literature explained life to me in a way often that life actually didn't. I think Shoshana Fuelan said, don't be writing about somebody sitting in a garret sipping champagne or sipping brandy and a Havana cigar if you've only just started work in the bank that day.
Certainly we'll have to look at the challenge facing us in moving the recommendations forward and getting actual action on the recommendations in the report.
I'm a member of the travelling community. I was brought up that once you knew how to clean, cook and look after children, that's all you needed in life. That's what I was told. But as I grew older, I learned that there was an awful lot more to life than that, which was when I got married, I made a promise that when I had children of my own, that they'd get a proper education and make something of themselves. I sent my children to school. I went to school myself, went back to classes here in Mahon. I'm after getting a lot of awards. I'm not a perfect educated person now, but I'm after getting a long ways. And by all means, my wish used to be, and someday maybe it might happen, as a grandmother, maybe when I'm 70, to work in the dial. My family used to laugh at me when I used to say that. And they used to think that I was tapped in the head. But I want to say a special thanks to my 6 daughters, and especially my youngest, Margarita Hardy. She's 10 years old. She gives me the will to go on every day and brings home work from school to help me learn how to read and write. And a lot of the times with some of the spellings, how I get her to do it is let her know that she's helping me. And that's where I am today. I have a lot of certificates. Thanks to everybody that's after coming. I'm shaking here, very nervous, but the confidence that I have today, I got from Sandra Brett and people in this community that let me know that I can do things if only I try. And that's where the reading and writing comes in handy to everybody, no matter what age you are. Thank you very much.